Hello everyone, it's Heidi and welcome back to this week's episode of Baby Name Sunday. Today, this is gonna be such a fun list because last week someone mentioned in the comments that it would be really cool to do a sand and sea inspired names list. So kind of like a beachy summer baby names list. Now today I will be doing the girls list for this because I did a poll over on Instagram. You guys wanted to see girl names because I guess you guys are all having trouble with girl names, so I'm gonna help you out with that today. So lots of girl name inspo that give off this kind of beachy vibe. But make sure before I do start off with the list that you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys are going to check me out over on my Instagram. There's tons of name options and name content on there. Anyways, enough with the talking. Let's dive into today's massive list of sand and sea inspired baby names for girls. Starting off the list today, and just so you guys know, lots of these names were submitted over on Instagram and also on YouTube via my email. So I want to send my appreciation to you. Thank you so much for sending those ones in. And then I'll have a little bit of like an appreciation, your name or so, up in the corner here when I do mention the name. First name on the list today is the name Capri, spelled C-A-P-R-I, Capri. This is such a gorgeous Italian kind of, I guess, island or place name. So definitely some beachy vibes. Then I have the name Sunley, spelled S-U-N-L-E-Y or L-E-E. And this one I uploaded actually recently over on Instagram. It's English rooted, meaning sunshine meadow. Another kind of sunshine or sun variant. I love this name that was sent in. It's the name Sunsetta, spelled S-U-N-S-E-T-A. Like, how gorgeous is that? It's kind of like a derivative of sunset. Next up, I have the name Coral, spelled K-O-R-A-L or with a C. And this one is an ocean animal, which a lot of you guys might not know, but coral is an animal, not a plant. Speaking of animals and in the ocean, I have the name Ariel, spelled A-R-I-E-L-L-E. Now obviously the extra L and E is just an addition there. I love this one. Davian actually sent it in. It means Lion of God, but it's also the Little Mermaid's name. Next is Marin, spelled M-A-R-E-N, Marin. It's Latin rooted, meaning sea. Then I have Harbor, spelled H-A-R-B-O-R. This one is beautiful. I love it for a girl and it's a seaside occupational area. Speaking of word names, another one here is Coast, spelled C-O-A-S-T, Coast. It's a little bit more neutral, but it means where the land meets the sea. Then we have two options here. We have Soleil or Solena, spelled S-O-L-E-I-L, or Solena with that L-E-N-A ending. Both are absolutely beautiful and both are kind of French rooted or Latin rooted, meaning sun. Two N names here next. First we have Neela, spelled N-E-E-L-A, Neela. It's Hindi rooted, meaning blue. Then we have Nixie, spelled N-I-X-I-E, Nixie. This one is so fun. It's German rooted, meaning water nymph. If you love the name Ocean or want something a little bit more feminine sounding, I have two options here for you. We have Oceanelle, spelled O-C-E-A-N-E-L-L-E. This one is beautiful. I kind of made it up. It means little ocean girl. But I also have Oceana, spelled O-C-E-A-N-A, and it also means the ocean. Next up, we have Alessa, spelled A-L-E-S-S-A, Alessa. Now this is inspired by Alessa Quinzon, which I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right, but she's a pro surfer, girl surfer from Honolulu. Another super cool idea, there's the name Stormy, spelled S-T-O-R-M-I, Stormy. Now obviously it's Kylie Jenner's daughter's name, but I feel like now it can kind of be used as she's getting older, but this one is a super cool weather name. Next, I have a Ripley, spelled R-I-P-L-E-Y, Ripley. This one totally reminds me of like the currents in the ocean, like riptides, Ripley. Then I have Navy, spelled N-A-V-Y, Navy. Now this one is obviously a color name, but it's also a nautical name. Delora, spelled D-E-L-O-R-A, Delora, kind of vintage. It means from the seashores. Aveline or Aveline, spelled A-V-E-L-I-N-E. Super elegant. It's French rooted, meaning desired. island, water, or hazelnut. I have Iluka, spelled I-L-U-K-A, Iluka. Now this one's an Australian Aboriginal name, meaning by the sea. Then we have kind of a bold word name here, guys. We have Paradise, spelled P-A-R-A-D-I-S-E, Paradise. Now obviously paradise is just like a place of pure bliss, and let me tell you, 9 times out of 10 the place of pure bliss is the beach. I have the name Mari, spelled M-A-R-I, Mari. It's a name of many origins, meaning drop of the sea or beloved. Then I have Haven, spelled H-A-V-E-N, Haven. Now Haven, again, just like paradise, they kind of play 2 and 2 together. It means place of delight or refuge. Swinging back over to another vintage option here, we have Shelly, spelled S-H-E-L-L-E-Y, Shelly. This is super sweet for a vintage name idea with that ocean inspiration, kind of, with shell, and it means clearing on a bank. For my next one here, if you guys love the name Isla, which was sent in a ton of times, I have the name Ilana, spelled I-S-L-A-N-A, Ilana. Now this one's a Latin variant name derived from Isla, meaning island. An E option here next. It's actually a Benin goddess name, so I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but it's either Easily or Esli, spelled E-Z-I-L-I. This one is the Benin goddess of beauty, water, and love. Speaking of water, we have the name Aqualee, spelled A-Q-U-A-L-E-E, Aqualee. Like, how cool is that one, guys? It's a modern name meaning meadow of water. Then for another A option here, I have the name Elysia, spelled A-L-Y-Z-I-A, Elysia. Now this one's derived from Elysius, which was a god, like a Greek god back in the day, and it means settlement on the water. Now this name is also a city in Greece. Next, we have the classic name Maya, spelled M-A-Y-A, Maya. It's a name, again, in many origins, meaning water. Then we have Sunday, spelled S-U-N-D-A-Y, Sunday. Now this Sunday in general gives that feeling of relaxation, and you know, you would totally go to the beach on a Sunday, so I feel like this totally works. Next, we kind of have an animal inspired name. It's the name Delphi, spelled D-E-L-P-H-I-E, Delphi. Now there's a few ways that you can do this, Delphia, couple of different ways, and it's Greek rooted, meaning dolphin. Next is Caspia, spelled C-A-S-P-I-A, Caspia. Guys, this is a wonderful take on Caspian for a boy, the Caspian Sea. So Caspia, what do you guys think about that one? Kaimi, spelled K-Y-M-I, Kaimi. I hope I'm pronouncing this one right, as it's a Finnish name meaning rapidly flowing river. Rel, spelled R-E-L-L, Rel. So Rel is inspired also by a surfer. Rel's son is an American world surfing champion from Hawaii as well. So I thought that was a very beautiful, kind of cool, unique name, Rel. Switching things up a little here, we have a D option. It's the name Daria, spelled D-A-R-Y-A-A, Daria. I love this spelling. It's both a Persian and Turkish rooted name meaning the sea. Another great E option here is Evia, spelled E-V-I-A, Evia. This one's Hebrew rooted meaning living one. Then I have Coco, spelled C-O-C-O, Coco. This one is also derived from a surfer name. I wanted to add a few female surfers on the list. So this one is inspired by Coco Ho, who is a pretty big favorite for female surfers. Speaking of surfers, a couple other great options is Keala, spelled K-E-A-L-A, Keala, another famous surfer based out of Hawaii. Then for another female surfer here, we have Lane, spelled L-A-Y-N-E, Lane, and she is known as one of the best female surfers of all time. So thought that was super cool to add some of those ladies on the list. A Greek inspired name here, we have Eleni, spelled E-L-E-N-I, Eleni. This one means sun ray. Then I have Arta, spelled A-R-T-A, Arta. And this one's Persian rooted, meaning gold. Teal, spelled T-E-A-L, teal. This is obviously a bluey greeny hue, basically the color of the ocean. Then I have Matzu, spelled M-A-Z-U, Matzu. And she was the Chinese goddess of the sea. G name here, we have Galia, spelled G-A-L-I-A. And this one's Hebrew rooted, meaning born in waves. Next is Arista, spelled A-R-I-S-T-A, Arista. This one's Greek rooted, meaning harvest, but it's also one of Ariel's sisters. Next we have Lolana, spelled L-O-L-A-N-A, Lolana. It's Hawaiian rooted, meaning soaring like a hawk. Then we have Delta, spelled D-E-L-T-A, Delta. Now this is kind of like a nature word name, meaning wetlands that form into rivers. Dune, spelled D-U-N-E, Dune. It's a very sandy beach name. Nala, spelled N-A-H-L-A, Nala. It's Arabic and African rooted, meaning first drink of water, queen, lion, or successful woman. A great cove alternative. I love the name Cova, spelled C-O-V-A or with a K. This is beautiful and it's derived from the word cove. Sirena, spelled S-I-R-E-N-A, Sirena. It's Greek rooted, meaning entangler. Kind of sounds like a mermaid name. Talise, spelled T-A-L-I-S-E, Talise. It's Native American, meaning lovely waters. Then I have one of my favorites, which is Banksia, spelled B-A-N-K-S-I-A, Banksia. And it's an evergreen shrub, but it also kind of reminds me of riverbanks. Sailor, spelled S-A-I-L-O-R, Sailor, definitely a nautical name. Then we have Breeza, spelled B-R-E-E-Z-A, Breeza. This is beautiful, it's a Spanish variant, kind of derived from the name meaning breeze. Sidari, spelled S-I-D-A-R-I, Sidari. It's actually a municipal on the island of Corfu in Greece, so it's kind of like an island name. Now for another vintage choice, we have Cordelia, spelled C-O-R-D-E-L-I-A, Cordelia. It's Latin and Celtic rooted, meaning heart or daughter of the sea. Kailani, spelled K-A-I-L-A-N-I, Kailani. It's Hawaiian rooted, meaning sea and sky. Then we have Tida, spelled T-Y-D-A, Tida. Super edgy, but it's very kind of cutesy feminine, and it's a variant of the name Tide. I have the name Goldie, spelled G-O-L-D-I-E, Goldie. This is another very fan favorite, and obviously it means little golden one. Then we have Marine, spelled M-A-R-I-N-E, Marine. I think this is so beautiful. It's Latin rooted, meaning from the sea. Wava, spelled W-A-V-A, Wava. It's a take on the name wave. Then I have Pearl or Perla, spelled P-E-A-R-L or L-A. And this one's obviously a gem name. Next is Shore, spelled S-H-O-R-E, Shore. This is definitely a unique nature name. It means where the water meets the sand. Then I have Andrina, spelled A-N-D-R-I-N-A, Andrina. Now this one's the Greek form of Andrew and also Ariel's older sister's name. Next is Tahi, spelled T-A-H-I. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's a Tongan name meaning seawater. Then for another Hawaiian favorite is Lilo, spelled L-I-L-O, Lilo. So cute. It's German and Hawaiian rooted, meaning generous one. Maria, spelled M-A-R-E-A, Maria. This has just a beautiful sound. It's both Hebrew and Egyptian, meaning drop of the sea or beloved. Then I have Zephi, spelled Z-E-P-H-I-E, Zephi, and it's derived from the name Zephyr, which is Greek rooted, meaning west wind. Cayman, spelled C-A-Y-M-A-N, Cayman. It's a tropical beachy destination. Then I have Kaya, spelled K-A-I-A, Kaya. It's Latin, Scandinavian, and Hawaiian rooted, meaning to rejoice or the sea. Getting down the list here, guys, I have a few more options, definitely some rare ones. So we have the name Avisa, spelled A-V-I-S-A, Avisa. It's Sanskrit rooted, meaning ocean. Then I have another island name. It's the name Seychelles, spelled S-E-Y-C-H-E-L-L-E-S, Seychelles. This one has to be one of my favorite tropical kind of beachy destination names. I think it's so stunning. Another S name here is Sia, spelled S-E-A-Y-A, Sia. Now Scarlett here, she made kind of like a play on the name C, just added a YA and made Sia, and I thought this was beautiful. Ashira, spelled A-S-H-E-R-A-H, Ashira. It's a Sumerian goddess name meaning she who treads on the sea. Catalina, spelled C-A-T-A-L-I-N-A, Catalina, another gorgeous island name. Then I have Holly, spelled H-A-L-I, Holly. It's Greek rooted meaning sea. About 4 more names here, guys. We have Bahia, spelled B-A-H-I-A, Bahia. It's Spanish rooted meaning bay. Then I have Bahama, spelled B-A-H-A-M-A, Bahama. Now this is a total beachy, amazing tropical destinational name. I think this is very rare. What do you guys think about that one? We have Baya, spelled B-A-Y-A, Baya, Spanish rooted meaning berry. Then last but certainly not least, I love this as a great destinational name kind of as well. It's the name Ionia, spelled I-O-N-I-A, Ionia. And this one's derived from the Ionian Sea. So I thought that was really cool to kind of have that feminine play on the name, kind of just like the name Caspia instead of Caspian. Ionia, Ionian Sea. So I thought that was really fun. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for trucking through this whole list. I hope you guys found some beachy girl name inspo. I really wanted to find some great kind of trendy ones, but also some new ones as well. Thank you again so much for sending some submissions in. Take care. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll see you guys next Sunday with another baby names list. All right, take care. Bye.